On my island, we are 80 kilometers of water from the mainland. We trust the lake. We trust each other. We are wary of help from the outside.
It's too far gone.
The hole is too big. Anything we catch will just slip back into the dark.
In my village, we have a saying, a hippopotamus can be made invisible in dark water. For generations, we were the women who watched the water. We knew the unseen dangers were always there. The fever, the hemorrhage, the cord wrapped too tight. We learned to fear what we could not see. Last year, a donated solar refrigerator with a green light lied to me. I lost a mother to hemorrhage because the drugs it protected were spoiled. Now, this has arrived. A tool of polished glass and metal, sent from 8,000 miles away. A box that promised to see everything. Sanya is a healer in her own right. She came to me in secret. She trusts my hands. But I was asked to trust this. I applied the gel. The first sound was the heartbeat, a fast, hopeful drum in the quiet room. The machine was simple. Your baby is strong, I told her. The image on the screen showed a simple truth I already knew in my hands. Sanya smiled. I smiled. We were both relieved. The machine was just a toy. A helpful toy. And then, a flash of red. A warning. Words I had only read in a textbook. Words I thought I would never use. Risk, placenta accreta spectrum. A shadow, clinging where it shouldn't. A part of her that would not let go. The machine saw a danger my hands could never have felt. The water was no longer dark. The hippopotamus was there. My heart began to fear, and Sanya knew what it meant. A natural birth would kill her. He was 8,000 miles away, in a bright, clean room, surrounded by machines that cost more than our entire village. He looked at the data, my data. He had a 3D model of her future. But he did not have Sanya's hand. I had her hand, but I did not have his proof. The machine, it wasn't a box. It was a bridge. It was an umbilical, connecting his world to mine.
I see it. We can save her.
We had a plan, an emergency transfer to the city hospital. Sanya was still afraid, but it was a new kind of fear. Not the fear of the unknown, but the fear of a known thing. A thing we could fight. As she left, she looked at me, not at the machine, at me. Together we had rewritten her tomorrow. Weeks later, I heard it. The cry. Loud and sharp and perfect. Sanya was back. She held her new son. She held him, and I held the strange new tool in my hands. In my village, our saying is, a hippopotamus can be made invisible in dark water. This is true, but it is not the end of the story, it is the beginning. I believe something more now. What the eye can see, the heart can heal.
Placenta accreta spectrum. It occurs when the placenta attaches too deeply, invading the uterine wall.
It is a growing shadow. As cesarean rates rise globally, so does the prevalence of this scar tissue condition.
For decades, it was a silent killer.
Without a diagnosis, the hemorrhage comes without warning during birth.
And when you bleed that fast, minutes are the difference between a mother coming home or not.
But if we see it early, we change the game. We prepare blood banks. We assemble the teams.
We can plan complex interventions. Sometimes we must remove the uterus to save the life.
And increasingly, we use new conservative methods to leave the placenta in place, saving the womb and the future family.
But these solutions mean nothing if you cannot see the problem. In my community, we didn't have the eyes to look.
That is where AI steps in. We can train models to recognize the invisible vascular patterns that the human eye might miss.
And we can create devices that carry this intelligence off the grid to where the patients actually are.
We can put the expertise of a global specialist into the hands of a village nurse.
Our goal is clear: to reduce the global maternal mortality ratio to less than 70 per 100,000 by 2030.
Technology is not just about data. It is about keeping families whole.
Geography should not dictate survival. Your postal code should not determine if you live or die.
When we connect human empathy with artificial intelligence, we don't just diagnose.
We have the power to change the ending.